Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back into the video today, and today the Dallas Cowboys have signed Jake Ferguson to a 4-year, $52 million contract extension, the one-time Pro Bowler who was a Pro Bowler in 2023. Ferguson had a solid year in 2024, putting up 500 receiving yards, but 0 receiving touchdowns in 14 games with 59 receptions. Even though he did not have any touchdowns, I'm really positive. I'm a really positive guy on Jake Ferguson. I really think he's a really solid tight end. I liked what he showed in 2023. I think this is an interesting fact right here. Now, Ferguson, I mentioned, had almost 500 receiving yards, 494. We know Dak played half the season last year for the Cowboys. Played 8 games. Dak had 8 games and 8 starts. And you could also look at the Falcons' loss they had in his last game. He did miss the end of that game because Cooper Rush had to come in. So maybe you could say he played 7 3/4 of a game, Dak Prescott. But I think if you compare the stats for Jake Ferguson in 8 games with Dak Prescott compared to the 6 games with Cooper Rush, or the 6 games in 1 quarter with Cooper Rush, it is a complete different story. With Dak Prescott in 8 games, Jake Ferguson had a little bit over 300 receiving yards. He had 494 in the season. So he didn't even have 200 receiving yards with Cooper Rush in 6 games. So I think you could see a total difference for Jake Ferguson when he's playing with Dak Prescott compared to when he's playing with Cooper Rush. And then I think there's a great comparison as well. Like 2023, Dak Prescott's healthy the entire season. And not only is he healthy all season, but Jake Ferguson is healthy all season. Because let's remember, Ferguson also missed 3 games last year in 2024. What does he do when he's fully healthy and Dak's fully healthy? 761 receiving yards and 5 receiving touchdowns. So if that's what he can look like when Dak's fully healthy, I would have loved to know what Ferguson's numbers last year would have been if he would have been able to stay healthy in general. And then not only that, but, if Dak would have been able to stay healthy in general, because he had 300 receiving yards through a little bit over 300 receiving yards through 8 games that Dak had played, and then he got injured, and then Ferguson started to struggle with Rush, and then Ferguson got injured. So, but I'm excited if Dak can stay healthy this year, which I hope he can. Even though I'm not a big fan of Dak, and I don't like the Cowboys at all. I never want to wish a guy injuries, even if I dislike the team they're on. So I hope he can stay healthy next season. Dak's a fun guy to watch in the regular season when he's playing great. It's really fun to watch, but you just always remind yourself that it's gonna change when the playoffs come. But he is a great quarterback in the regular season, and the fact that he has a great tight end and a tight end that is locked up for the future in Ferguson for the next 4 years, that's great for Dak Prescott. Let me know your thoughts on the extension. Like I've said, I really like Jake Ferguson. I think he's a very underrated tight end. But let me know your thoughts on the Cowboys extending Ferguson in the comment section, and peace out.